तो दोस्तों स्वागत है आप लोग का एक और नए ब्लॉग में। तो दोस्तों स्वागत है आप लोग का एक और नए ब्लॉग में। और जैसा कि आपने लास्ट एपिसोड में देखा कि मैं कैसे जेवर एयरपोर्ट, नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट से यहाँ अमृतसर आया हूँ। और मैंने जेवर एयरपोर्ट दिखाया आप लोग को कि अभी नया बिल्ड है वो, और क्या क्या सर्विसेज अवेलेबल है वहाँ पे। तो वो सारी चीज़ें हमने सारी चीज़ें देखी, और एयरपोर्ट पे क्या क्या अवेलेबल है, सर्विसेज अवेलेबल, वो सारी चीज़ें देखी। अभी हम यहाँ अमृतसर में हैं, और अमृतसर में क्यों हैं, अमृतसर में हम आने वाले इस व्लॉग में वाघा बॉर्डर देखेंगे। फ़िलहाल मैं ढूंढ रहा हूँ कि कम से कम दाम में यहाँ से मेरे हॉस्टल कहाँ पहुँचे, कैसे पहुँचे। और जो मेरा हॉस्टल है यहाँ से 14 किलोमीटर दूर है, जो कि बिल्कुल गोल्डन टेम्पल के पास में है। तो अभी यही जद्दोजहद है कि यहाँ से हॉस्टल पहुँचा जाए कम से कम दाम में। तो चलिए लेट्स स्टार्ट सर्चिंग। कम से कम दाम में हम यहाँ से गोल्डन टेम्पल कैसे पहुँचे। लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर। सो गाइज़ वी आर स्टेइंग एट, तो गाइज़ मैं अभी बस 1.5-2 घंटे हो गया, और मैं यहाँ आई एम स्टेइंग एट मैट पैकर्स। मैं आपको, तो ये हमारा जो है हॉस्टल जहाँ मैं स्टे कर रहा हूँ। तो अभी जो प्लान है सीधा यहाँ से वाघा बॉर्डर जाने का। तो मैंने यही मैट पैकर्स जो हॉस्टल है, इनसे मैंने अप एंड डाउन का पैकेज ले लिया, जो कि 300 रुपीज़ लेने से वहाँ पे ले जाएंगे और लेके भी वापस आएंगे। तो ओवरऑल मेरे को ये काफ़ी पॉकेट फ्रेंडली लगा डील। तो आप जब भी अगर आप सोलो आते हैं तो यहाँ आए मैट पैकर्स हॉस्टल अमृतसर। और सबसे अच्छी बात है, इन मैट पैकर वालों के बहुत सारे अलग अलग जगह, लाइक मनाली, जयपुर, जिभी, पुष्कर और स्पीति, हर जगह इनके अलग अलग इनके ब्रांचेज हैं। तो आप जब भी जाते हैं, और इनके जो रेटिंग्स है काफ़ी हाई हैं, जिभी, मनाली, पुष्कर और 3-4 जगह जितने भी हैं, आप उधर जाते हैं तो आप लोग के लिए बहुत ही बढ़िया अच्छा डील रहेगा, और इनके रेटिंग भी बहुत हाई। तो दोस्तों अब सीधा यहाँ से हम बाघा बॉर्डर के लिए निकल चुके हैं, जो कि यहाँ से लगभग 35 किलोमीटर है। हमें पहुँचने में कम से कम 1 से सवा घंटा लगेगा, आना जाना मिला के लगभग 2.5 घंटा, और वहाँ कम से कम आधा 1 घंटा वहाँ पे टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे। और ये जो टुक है शेयरिंग बेस पे है, जिसका कि मैंने आपको कॉस्ट ऑलरेडी बता दी है। तो दोस्तों चलिए जैसे ही आगे बढ़ते हैं, आपको आगे का नज़ारा दिखाते हैं। तो दोस्तों ये जो आप देख रहे हो बिल्डिंग, ये अंकल ने हमारे को बताया कि ये पंजाब का सबसे पहला थिएटर
Army base camp, but now it's open for tourists. The best time to come here in the night after 8:30, because 8:45 there is show happen, light and sound show with the projector in English. So that show is about the partition of Punjab, because our half Punjab state is in Pakistan, and story of Gobindgarh Fort and story of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. So I should keep explaining you a little bit about Maharaja Ranjit Singh. So Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he was the last ruler in Punjab. He had peace with empire till Afghanistan. And you know, in that time British were ruling in all over India for 150 years. But British were smart, they were intelligent. They knew Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he is very brave and very kind with public. So they knew if we will try to enter in Punjab, we have to fight with Maharaja Ranjit Singh, and we never can beat him. We will be never successful. So British were ruling in all over India for 150 years, but they did not come in Punjab. They entered in Punjab after his death. So that's why partition happened in India, but partition did not happen with all over India. Because partition happened only with Punjab, because our politician also knew this is the most great committee, so in future they can make trouble for us. If we will give whole Punjab to Pakistan side, then they will demand from Pakistan for separate nation, and if we will give whole Punjab to Indian side, then they will demand from India for separate nation. So Punjab got the biggest loss of the partition. So now Punjab is not number one anymore, but in behind like 18th century, in that time Punjab was not just a state, it was a big Sikh empire. Delhi was also in Punjab, Kashmir was also in Punjab, even Afghanistan was also part of Punjab in that time. So in that time our 1 rupee was more than 15 pounds in that time, and in that time our literacy rate was 100%. Because in that time Maharaja Ranjit Singh, he made a rule, if somebody want to make any temple, like for example you want to make any Hindu temple, Sikh temple or Muslim temple, any temple, first you have to buy land to make a school, first you will complete a school building, then you can start to make any temple. So in that time our 100% people were educated. Even in that time a lot of British, they were coming in Punjab to work here for job, because our rupee was more valuable, more expensive, and we had rules. If somebody want to come in Punjab to work for job, they have to give the exam in local Punjabi language. So a lot of British, they were learning Punjabi language before come here. Even at the partition time, our rupee was equal to pound, and now you know our economy. I don't need to say anything about that. So guys, if you are interested to visit here, I should explain you the cost. The cost will be for Indians 350 rupees for the show, and for foreigners 750 rupees. I know you are not British. They should make 3 different price. One Indian price, like for example 200. One tourist price 100 rupees extra, 300. One British price. British even deserve 2,000 because they took all money from India. So first they took our money, a lot of money. Then they took our most expensive diamond of the world, Kohinoor. Even they took our food also. The national food of England is chicken tikka masala. They don't have even food also. And now they are stealing our beauty. Indian guys, they are struggling to find a nice, beautiful girl. And all Indian guys, they are going to abroad to get married. Indian guys, they don't like Indian guys. They like white guy more than local guys. Because we are local chapati, local kulcha. And they are western pizza and burger. And everybody want to try something different taste. So guys, if you are interested to visit here, the best time to come in the night. Because if you are spending 350 rupees or 750 rupees, you deserve the best part. So night show is the best part of this place. But you don't need to spend money on to come here for transportation, because now we are coming by ring road. So by ring road it's 4.5 kilometers. But if you will come by walk, it's only 1 kilometer from Golden Temple, because you can come by walk from the narrow street. And on the way you can see some local market also. Okay guys? So shall we continue?
Yes,
We will
yes,
get
thank
one
you.
more break. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay guys. So please come this side in the chat. Yeah, here. A little bit chat. Not that much, but still better than that side. So I need your attention guys for 5-10 minutes. So guys, look at that structure. We call it India Gate. India Gate because Amritsar is the first city from Pakistan and Afghanistan side, and our city starts from here. So from Pakistan and Afghanistan side, this is the beginning of the first city of India. So this is real actual India Gate from this side. And that guy on the horse, his name was Shyam Singh Atari. His last name was Atari. He was a brave general in Indian Army before the partition, in Maharaja Ranjit Singh Army. So Atari was in Mohomto. He born in Atari village. You can say he was the king of this area. So that's why we call it Atari border. So guys, if you see any guy on the horse, and if you don't know about his death, how he was died, Maybe some people know, but I should explain to other people. So if you see any guy on the horse and you don't know about his death, you can see the footstep of the horse. If the all 4 feet of the horse will be on the floor, 4 feet of the horse will be on the floor, it means officially he was a brave guy, but he died by natural death. Got it? 4 feet on the floor, brave
Okay.
guy died by natural death. If 1 foot will lifted like him, it means he got injury in the war, but he died somewhere else, like on the way or in the hospital or at the home. But due to injury, like under the treatment.
It happened here.
Yeah. And if the both legs of the horse will be here, it means he died in the battle, like our Jhansi Girani.
झांसी की रानी.
Yeah. So this is not just in India; it's universal. Even in if you will travel in abroad in future, you will see any guy on the horse in Germany, Japan, England, anywhere in the world, and you will know about his death. Got it? And please come this side. This side, sir. Guys. I'm just waiting for them. So, guys, here you can see there are some tanks of Pakistan. We captured these all tanks from Pakistan in 1971. As you know, we had 2 wars with Pakistan on this border, and we won both, 2-0. Recently, we won the 3rd one in cricket match. Our cricket match is also almost a war. So, guys, if you see any tank in India or anywhere in the world, and if there's nothing mentioned, anything about that tank, is that tank belong to same country or from enemy's country, do you have any idea how you can judge it? If there's no any flag, no any clue, no anything mentioned, like for example, if you will see tank in France, in your country, there is no French flag on that, no any clue, no anything mentioned, how you will identify is that tank belong to your country, France, or your enemy's country? Any idea?
No.
No. So the easiest way to identify, you can see the nozzle, the gun point. If the nozzle, the gun point will be down, like this, in surrender situation, it means it's enemy tank, but you captured it. Because it's in surrender situation in front of you. And if the nozzle, the gun point will be on the top in attack situation, it means that. Because that's the symbol of power. So this is also universal. In any country, if you will see tank, you will know if that tank belongs to same country or from enemy's country.
No. How I will identify like which enemy country, like it's Pakistan or Bangladesh?
That you have to ask to the driver. These kind of people, they realize me, I'm not the biggest stupid.
यार अपना फोन से एक बार वीडियो बनाओ तुम्हारे